Destination Newry. It's the morning programme. Cormac Campbell on his way back to his duties at the Newry Reporter this morning. This is, of course, the Reporter's Day. With me in studio, Liam Fitzsimmons is with me from the Newry Veterinary Centre on Patrick Street, opposite the Spar shop, and next to Mr. B.J. McNally, who makes you look good in print. That's what he says. He's a good man. How are you?
Not too bad at all, Ron.
We were commenting there that it's mild this morning.
Yes.
Are you seeing the benefits of that milder weather in the fields of our land?
The problem is most of the livestock are now in the house.
In the house, yeah.
And warm weather does not agree with cattle or sheep in the house. High humidity, poor ventilation, and pneumonia.
Pneumonia?
Yeah.
Wow. Would you be dealing with many cases of pneumonia?
There are, yes.
This time of year?
It's because of intensification. The number of cattle in the house, it's like children in school. And once a virus enters into the house, it just goes through them.
It goes through them.
But there are vaccines available against pneumonia, and a lot of farmers are vaccinating.
Yeah. Did I get... If you have a lot of creatures in a house, in a byre, or in a shed, they don't have a lot of movement space, do they?
No, they don't.
So how long normally would they be in there, in that restricted space?
They'll be there from October, November, right through to turnout time, April time.
April time. And is there room for them to lie down?
There's room for them to walk and lie down, yes.
Those two things, they can do that. Yeah.
But in a way, the less exercise they do, the less energy they burn and the more
stuff they put on.
Exactly, weight they gain.
Yeah, yeah. It's interesting. It's interesting, all right.
It's intensification and production.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure to what extent I could articulate
But they do
that.
get up and they have room to move about, but it's not the field.
What about the homosexual cow? Did you read about it?
The bull?
The bull, the gay bull. What's that about?
I don't know.
It's nonsense.
I think it is nonsense. I think they've just picked up on something in there.
Yeah, they picked.
It's a silly season for press,
driving it on. Yeah, you all have heard about it. You've seen it. They give him a name and all the rest of it. And some fellow from The Simpsons or something was involved in finding a way forward for this.
I think they pay 5,000 for him or something. They have a home for him or something.
A home for him now. Yeah. He'd be sitting up like, Bob's your uncle, thinking, I'm all right now, baby.
Exactly.
That's right. It's very funny. Very funny.
Better than on the plate.
Now you're talking. Talking about on the plate, has the slaughter started yet of the turkeys?
What's this? They normally hang for 17, a week before Christmas.
17 and 7 is 24.
Yeah.
So
I would say it'll be starting now.
Starting now. And how is it done around here?
Maybe I shouldn't say. Small producers would still process the turkeys themselves on the farm. Yeah, yeah. Break the neck, pluck them, gut them, hang them up. Yeah. And then they're ready for the pit. Yeah. But they would normally hang for a week to tenderise them. To
tenderise, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I suppose really too, the flavour, the quality of the flavour that one will get is dependent on the kind of stuff that's put into the turkey, the kind of food that is given.
Food and how much exercise the turkey gets and whatever else.
So a happy turkey, where would one go? Oh, I can't ask you that. I'd be asking you to prioritise people. But is it possible to get a small turkey that will be a tasty turkey that will have been a free-range turkey?
Yes, it is.
You can tell me afterwards where I can get that.
Most of the butchers will actually have them.
Really? Yeah. They'll have them all around,
For they'll be supplied by local producers.
Producers of the turkeys that are free range.
Mind you, I was listening on the radio there one morning and there was a woman, the most annoying woman in Ireland. And she goes into the butcher's and asks for free range, organic, farm traceable turkey and then asks the butcher, how do you cook this?
There was a woman trying to get in through the window there. But I mean, that probably doesn't surprise you when I'm presenting the programme.
It's the beard, Ron.
No, it's my
beard.
It's my 10 o'clock person. My 10 o'clock person has arrived. She's at 45 minutes early, but she's a good person, and that's wonderful. Now, the whole thing about Christmas, people will be tempted. Little pets, everything from goldfish up to golden Labradors, they're all there. We should be careful.
Don't leave out the ponies as well.
Ponies are there as well.
Yeah.
But there are fewer ponies around now.
There are fewer ponies for it. Ponies are expensive to keep. Yeah, it could be £60 a week for a livery.
Yeah, yeah.
Not including feeding.
Yes.
So think long and hard before you buy a dog, would be my advice. And if you do get a pup, think of insurance. Insurance is extremely important.
Okay.
Every month we would either amputate legs or put down dogs because of financial constraints.
Really?
And people would think nothing. We've one lady has spent £1,200 quite recently. No, there's actually £1,800 on a bulldog.
Yeah.
That's the dearest pup I've come across in this past week.
Which is a dog you wouldn't really be automatically gravitating towards, because common sense would tell you he is in some way altered from the way nature meant him to be.
They're freaks. Beautiful personalities, don't
Have
get me
they?
wrong. Oh, fantastic. They're extremely friendly. But so many problems.
Yeah.
Skin,
Breathing
hips,
problems,
breathing,
hips, all of that.
birth. They're all born via cesarean section.
My God.
And actually the Kennel Club's looking into that, whether it's a welfare issue or not,
Yes.
which I think it is.
If someone does decide they're going to go for a dog at Christmas and they're thinking it through, they might be drawn to the big Mastiff or the great dogs of the mountain, or Irish, your own love of an Irish wolfhound. But realistically, someone living alone, someone in a large apartment area, what kind of dog should he or she gravitate towards?
They actually say a wolfhound is a very good apartment dog.
Really? What does that mean?
They don't need much exercise. They're
Yeah.
sedentary dogs. They like their walk. They come in and they lie down.
That's
That's
it.
it. If you get a Jack Russell,
He's all over the place.
exactly, and needs a lot of exercise.
Yeah.
But I still would recommend probably a small dog.
Small dog.
It depends what you're after and what age group you're in.
Yeah.
Cavaliers are nice lap dogs. As the term implies, they will sit all day on your lap and quite
Yeah,
contentedly
yeah.
do that. They will go for the walk, come back in and get up on the couch, and
Yeah.
maybe a bit boring.
Yeah, absolutely. It said that a Cavalier, one such dog, was found lying under his mistress's skirts as her head fell off to the executioner's
Is that Mary
sword.
Queen of Scots?
Yes.
Is
And
that
the
a
dog,
Cavalier?
The dog was found. It was a wee little thing. It was
Yeah.
found in there, and they had to take the dog away, and she was dead.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing, isn't it? That kind of thinking. So insurance now. How does one go about getting proper insurance, and where does one look for it?
The internet.
Really, it's that simple.
But be careful who and what you go to.
Yeah.
Cheap is not always cheerful. 90% of insurances are on an annual basis. But it's all in the small print, which means, God forbid, your dog became a diabetic tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
The insurance company insures your dog for 12 months or less, depending how long is left in your policy, and then stops the payments on the diabetes.
Wow. So it really, in a sense, is not insurance.
It's not insurance, it's an annual insurance.
Yeah.
Pet plan will insure your dog to the day it dies with that condition, and they don't up the premium. So lifetime cover. There are other companies that provide lifetime cover, but lifetime cover is what you're after, and it's what you pay for.
So that's what we tell the people now. This Christmas time, if you do buy a pet, and we're urging you to be very careful about that, but if you do, get insurance and get lifetime cover.
Lifetime cover, that's the most important thing with insurance. And that's what you're paying for.
How do they make their money from it, though? If they're going to be constantly paying you X amount of thousands or hundreds for work that
But how
necessarily
many
is done
dogs,
to
it's
the
like,
dog.
it's like home insurance. How many people actually claim on their insurance policy?
Yeah, probably few enough.
Yeah. But like house insurance, you probably will never need it.
Yeah.
But if the day arises that you do need it and you haven't got it.
And I suppose
that's
you're
where-
not going to run to your insurance company for minor things. You're going to hold it there for the big one.
They're smart. They have a £90 access.
Oh, I see, yeah.
And £90
yeah.
will cover most routine things.
Yeah. What sort of week have you had?
It's been busy.
Has it
there's
been pets or has it been industrial stuff?
Pets have picked up again. Pets were quiet there in the run up to Christmas, but now people want everything done before Christmas for their pets.
yeah.
People are going, a lot of pets go into kennels over Christmas.
People
go away.
holiday. Yeah.
And as a result, there's a lot of vaccines. Farm animal calls are quiet because of the good weather,
Yes.
but there's a lot of TB testing.
Yeah. Is TB still an issue in the area?
TB is rife.
Rife. TB is rife.
Yeah.
My goodness.
One of my colleagues tested a herd there this week past, and out of, I think there were 600 odd animals, there's 110 reactors.
My goodness. It's amazing. And they're in there.
They actually think the badgers were coming in and feeding in the passageways with the cattle.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that. Is the badger innocent?
Yes and no. It's like blaming people 60, 70, 80 years ago for spreading bovine TB.
Yeah.
If it wasn't in the cattle, it wouldn't be in people. If it
Aye.
wasn't in the cattle, it wouldn't be in the badger.
Yeah. comes from the cattle to
Cattle.
the badger.
Yeah, it's bovine TB.
Yeah, that's what it is. So it starts with the cattle. The badger picks it
Picks it up.
and then the badger spreads it.
The badger has a very low resistance to TB. It becomes settled in the kidneys and in the gut. They become incontinent, fecally and urinary. And wherever they run, they're dribbling TB in the grass.
Yeah. Do you enjoy operating?
I love surgery.
I've seen beautiful surgery
Yeah.
in humans.
I would love into a human theatre.
Yeah, I've been there.
I would
time out of
love
number.
to have a go.
So why don't? Oh, you couldn't have a go.
Well, actually, anyone can operate on a person. If you give me permission to operate on you, I can operate on you.
Yeah.
But only a veterinary surgeon can operate on an animal.
Yes, I understand that.
Yeah.
And
because the legislation, medical legislation, is actually older than veterinary.
Yeah. Well, you'd be safe in my hands if you needed a tracheotomy done.
That right?
No bother. I can do that with the greatest of ease, and it'll not cost you any pain. If the Heimlich maneuver has failed,
The tracheotomy.
I'll go for the tracheotomy. Everyone should know how to do a tracheotomy.
Yeah.
Because if you have a child dying,
And it could save.
Could save, so easy. No, you only expose a quarter of an inch of the scalpel. You don't muck around with knives. You have a scalpel in your first aid kit. You extend the neck and you put it right back. You identify the little cartilage here, the little rib, and that quarter inch is not going to go in any more than a quarter of an inch.
But it's enough to cut the...
You don't even cut like that. You just puncture. It's a simple puncture. And then you use some device like a straw or the case of a biro pencil to keep it open, and you'll save a life. Yeah. But I mean, people ought to actually do more of this sort of first aid. We always did first aid as young people. I was thinking the other day, maybe I should redo my first aid.
There's a course just down the street there.
Where's that?
Monaghan Street, you know the...
Oh, the safety people.
Business, yeah.
Yeah, that's
park.
That could be a good thing to do. So listen, what have you on for the rest of the day?
Clinic and surgeries.
Clinic and surgeries. So you'll get into the surgery soon.
Yeah.
You'll be doing that. The best operation ever I saw, I may not have told you, I may have told you, was the lady who was been operated on by Michael Kieran's, the lead breast surgeon in the Mater in Dublin. And it was preventative mastectomy. And I was just amazed at the courage of the woman and the skill of the surgeon. He operated retaining the dome of the breast skin, did a biopsy under the nipple and established that the nipple could be kept. So he was retaining the entirety of the dome, mobilizing the latissimus dorsi, taking it subcutaneously
I'm impressed.
into the cavity and linking it in there with a
reconstructing.
prosthesis. Done on the same day. It's amazing. So whether it's... No, I'll stick with the tracheotomy. Thanks for coming in.
Not at all. Thank
You
you very
go
much.
well, and we'll see you after Christmas.
No problem.
We wish you well. Take care. Happy Christmas.
And same to you.
Destination Newry.